In this lesson, we're going to look at simplifying complex fractions. So remember that the fraction bar means divide, and a complex fraction means it has more than one division sign or more than one fraction bar. So these are essentially fractions within fractions. The way that we want to look at this is to remember this main fraction bar here is our divisor. So we have a numerator and a denominator. And remember that the fraction bar means divide. So this is essentially the same as saying a over 2 divided by a squared over 4. Now this should look familiar from our previous unit because we talked about dividing rational expressions. And so we're going to rewrite this as multiplying by the reciprocal. So we have a over 2 times 4 over a squared. And then at this point, just like before, you have a couple options. You can multiply through and get 4a over 2a squared and then simplify that, or you can cancel out and simplify in the multiplication step and write your final answer at the bottom. It doesn't matter to me which method you choose. As long as you're doing it correctly, we'll all get the same answer. So if we wanted to cancel, I know that the 2 divided by 2 is 1, 4 divided by 2 is 2, and then we can cancel out the a's and one of the a's down there. And this will give us a final answer of 2 over a. And that would be our simplified answer. Okay, if we look at this second one, here is our division bar. So I'm going to rewrite it as a multiplication problem. So we're going to write the numerator divided by the denominator, and then multiply that by the reciprocal of this denominator. So we're going to put 4p minus 1 in the numerator and 4p squared in the denominator. Okay, we need to factor those two so that we can cancel, because 8p minus 2 will not factor with anything else. And so we'll factor out a 2, and we'll get 4p minus 1 over 4p minus 1 over 4p squared. Okay, now we can start canceling. Or again, like I said, if you want to multiply through, you can do that. So the 2 and the 18 will factor. The 4p minus 1 will factor, and the p's, we can reduce those. So this will give us 9 over, and then we're left with 4p on the bottom. Okay. In this one, this example, notice our denominator has a subtraction sign, and we have to get this combined into a single fraction so that we can do times the reciprocal. And so 4n minus 16 is 4 times n minus 4. So we can see this is our denominator, so we have to multiply the numerator here and the denominator by 4. That gives us a common denominator. And so this becomes 5 over 4 over, and now I'm going to simplify this. So I have one denominator of 4 times n minus 4. And my numerator is going to be 80 minus 5, which is 75. Okay, now we can do the multiply by reciprocal step. So the numerator is the same. That's 5/4 times, remember we have to flip this one. So we're going to do 4 times n minus 4 on the numerator, and then 75 in the denominator. And now we can look for things that will cancel out. 5 goes into 75 15 times. So if we simplify this, we get n minus 4 over 15. So just be careful with these. A lot of times the most common mistake with these problems is they're going to want to multiply 4 down here and then 4 on the top. So try to think of this denominator as one single problem first and get it combined, and then you can do the flip and multiply. Okay, so here we have to do this twice. So we have to find a common denominator for the numerator and for the denominator. So we'll do these one at a time. Here I can see that my denominator is going to be 5 times a plus 3. Sorry about that. And so over here I have to multiply both of these by 5. The denominator down here is also going to be 5 times a plus 3 because I have an a plus 3 here and I have a 5 here. So I just multiply them together. So this left side is missing a 5 and the right side is missing the a plus 3. Okay, and so I'm going to rewrite my numerator with my common denominator. And the numerator is going to be 5a squared plus another a squared. So that's 6a squared. Okay, and now I'm gonna flip and combine at the same step. So my common denominator down here is 5 times a plus 3, and I'm gonna put that in the numerator because I'm changing division to multiplication. And then the numerator is gonna simplify to 5a plus 3. So this is gonna be 6a plus 3. And so now I need to factor this 6a plus 3. So I'll have 6a squared over 5 times a plus 3 times 5 times a plus 3 over 3 times 2a plus 1. Okay, now we can start canceling. So we have multiplication with everything. Our addition and subtractions are all included within a parentheses. So a plus 3 will cancel. The 5s will cancel. And this 3 will simplify that 6 down to a 2. So if we multiply across the top, we have 2a squared. And if we multiply across the bottom, we have 2a plus 1.